Malaysia dia, kita orang macam dia number one dekat list tu. Kita orang macam bot.
Hai, kita orang dari tim Bapak. Nama saya Trix.
Saya Bat. Saya Jenny. And saya Six.
Selepas junior talent, kita orang cari sponsor. Tapi kita orang macam tak sure nak cari sponsor macam mana. So, kita orang reach out lah kat Master Ramen. Sebab kita orang, yelah dia the father of esports kan. So, kita orang macam ada trust lah in him. So, we jumpa dia. Dia pun layout semua apa yang dia boleh tolong kita orang. And then, jadilah Bapak. Rasa bangga lah kan sebab dia kira macam one of the most famous esports punya person dekat dalam Malaysia, and to be under him is a pleasure lah. But at the same time rasa juga pressure sikit when it comes to tournament semua, nak kena maintain performance and all. Dia rasa honored lah duduk bawah dia sebab sebelum ni dia tak pernah ada team esports lagi kan, and then suddenly dia decide nak ambil kita orang jadi dia punya Esport punya team punya roster. So rasa very berbangga lah.
Okay, sebelum ni kita ada jugalah try out player kan before PMPL. Banyak jugalah player yang kita try out, and then dekat tournament boost tu kita dah nampak macam kita kena cari player lagi. And then satu kita jumpa Jenny. Jenny adalah player paling baru lah dalam Bapak Esport sebelum selepas Six. Lepas tu kita training pagi, petang, siang sampai midnight. Kita orang main custom room, Scrim. Lepas tu baru rasa macam kita orang dah jumpa dah gameplay kita orang.
Kita orang memang lately ni memang busy gila lah. Busy dengan training daripada pukul 3 petang. Tengok lah, some days daripada 3 petang sampai 3 pagi training non-stop straight. Some days, basically lebih kurang setiap hari lah macam tu. Setiap hari training. So, saya rasa tu training yang sangat cukup kot. Harap cukup lah.
Ya, setiap petang kan Ramen selalu buat Scrim Bapak. Lepas tu malam main Scrim Dingoz, Scrim Arov, Team Secret. Kalau Team Secret tu melawan dengan tim luar lah.
Okay.
Dah okey dah sebab kita pernah main game show sebulan juga dekat China.
Untuk Jenny saya dengan Bat saya rasa okey kot.
Okey lah, tapi Six tak tahu lah.
Tak tahu lah dengan dia poting sekolah lagi. Dia poting sekolah guys.
Dia okey lah sebab main kat Malaysia makan semua kira senang lah. Sebab kalau kat China nak makan semua susah, jauh dari family. Kalau sini dekat family, so tak ada masalah lah.
KL lagi bukan KL kan. Saya rasa semua dah tahu hidup dulu KL tu. Kalau bosan boleh lah buang.
Mana tu Trix? Pizza.
Pizza. Banyak sebenarnya.
The Secret of course you dengan The Secret lah.
Kalau satunya, kalau rasa sekarang yang paling kuat lah, saya paling kuat sekarang The Secret lah.
Saya buat Secret.
Diorang ada player dari Thailand baru masuk, Matoy. Dia punya gameplay memang lain lah, dia sakit lah.
Dia bawa aura dia masuk team tu.
Jadi macam
jadi
lain
Fan
gila.
Matoy lah.
Saya rasa okey je. Daripada aspek communication, aspek team follow up dalam game kan, semua okey lah. Semua so far so good. Tapi boleh diperbaiki. Kita harap boleh lah macam perfectkan benda tu sebelum PMPL.
Biasanya yang mati paling awal ni lah, si Jenny ni.
Scouter.
Tak ada orang lain lah.
Scouter.
Macam bila mati awal mula bising, lepas tu merepek kan dalam tu.
Dia bagi alasan noob dia. Aku lag lah. So macam tak boleh buat apa kan. Dia bagi alasan macam tu, kita diam.
Scouter guys.
Biasanya kita orang hilangkan stres the game after lah. Kita orang toxic sikit kat all mic, kat all chat. Kita orang spam nama-nama player lain banyak-banyak. Contohnya, bagi contoh Six.
Serius tengok 9K.
Satu lah.
So, how to mana how. Betul. Kalau even kalau situation macam
kalau setiap scrim mesti ada benda tu. Tak ada.
Sampai kan player dekat online tu boleh hafal.
Dah hafal lah. Kita buka mana okey, dah tahu lah dia nak cakap apa.
Dia merepek sikit tapi memang lepaskan stres sebenarnya kalau toksik orang ni.
Banyak lah kita daripada segi family pun ada. Macam family tak support ke, kadang-kadang family tak faham kenapa kita tak balik semua. Sebab ni kerja kita kan. Nak tak nak kita kena buat juga.
bagi saya benda tu bukan masalah lah bagi saya kan. Tapi kalau macam saya ni study lah, paksa tangguh belajar kan untuk fokus PMPL. Ya, tu lah masalah bagi saya, challenge bagi saya.
Kalau saya so far tahun ni tak ada challenge lagi. So far so good. Tapi kalau masa mula-mula nak ceburi bidang e-sport ni, memang family tak support sangat lah. Sebab dia orang tak confident kan dengan apa yang ada dekat e-sports Malaysia ni. Until lah kita orang dapat bukti kan yang kita orang actually boleh do something lah with e-sports. Dia orang pernah nampak sampai ke Shanghai semua. So alhamdulillah dia orang dah support. So nak macam challenge.
Untuk saya pula, saya terpaksa tangguh pelajaran lah. So cabaran dia saya nak catch up balik tu agak susah. Sebab ada banyak bab yang saya tinggal selama sebulan untuk PMPL dia.
Pukul 3 sampai 3 pagi.
Depends lah kalau macam satu hari tu pack schedule kita orang daripada pukul 3 petang sampai 3 pagi. So 12 hours lah tu kalau hari busy. Kalau normal days maybe 8-10 jam macam tu.
Okay, kalau korang yang main PMPL ni, kalau rasa nak mati awal, tu nak tempat Bapak lah. Sebab korang semua easy. Easy.
Padahal kau sudah mati awal kan?
Ada.
Okay, untuk semua orang yang tengok PMPL nanti, jangan lupa untuk support Bapak A. Kita akan cuba buat yang terbaik supaya upaya kita orang untuk menang. Tak ada pilihan lain, menang PMPL ni.
Hi guys, my name is Muhammad Faiz bin Rosli. My IGN name is H2O Kagura. I'm 24 this year. I'm from Singapore and I'm from team H2O. My personality basically is like cheerful, love to make jokes, love to be fun around with other people. Yeah. How long have I been playing PUBG? I've been playing like around 8 to 9 months since like season 4 and 5. Yeah. To my supporters from Singapore, please keep supporting us from Team H2O, and we really appreciate from you guys. Yeah.
How does our team captain coordinate with the team? Well, we do trust his skills, that he knows what he's doing. So, he's very well spoken whenever there's a team play. So, we just really trust him in what to do.
How is my team captain is very valuable because we as a team very trust him. He has a very good skill to play a PUBG. So, without him in this team, I don't know that we can make it to this PMPL. Yeah.
What I think about my captain's personality, he's a good and caring person. Usually after our training, he will treat us food, and we appreciate what he do for us. And he helps a lot to build our team.
Senang kita orang panggil dia Pakcik Green. Ya, orang tu dia paling tua dalam team tapi dia terlebih tua 10 tahun.
Okay, kita orang daripada FB Unbeatable. So, saya sendiri adalah captain team, nama Grim. So, yang hujung sana?
Saya Afan.
Yang ini?
Akido.
Dari
Saya Sleep.
Team ni terjadi lepas saya line up lama saya semua retire. So lepas tu saya akan jumpa dengan Sleep dan Sleep akan kenalkan lagi dua line up yang lama yang ini. Akido dan juga Afan. Okey, sebabnya saya nampak diorang ni ada kelebihan yang istimewa. Yang lain daripada yang lain.
Macam mana istimewa?
Okey, istimewa dia sebab diorang bertiga dah main lama, dah serasi. Diorang cuma perlukan seorang kapten dan saya adalah seorang kapten tu. Dan kami akan cuba buat performa yang terbaik lah untuk beat tim lain.
By the time untuk sampai ke MPL ni, kita kena prepare secara mental. When Scrim, game by game, kalau ada yang macam mental down, but I motivate them to continue until Scrim tu habis.
Sebab itulah kita orang tak pernah main untuk tournament sampai 3 minggu berturut-turut. So macam ini satu pengalaman yang baru dan satu orang kata cabaran yang baru, yang kita akan sahut sama-sama. Yoodo. Sebab apa? Sebab apa korang pilih Yoodo? Sebab apa korang pilih Yoodo? Cuba jawab sikit.
Yoodo, okay, taktikal dia semua kita nampak memang dia macam more than other teams in Malaysia. So we enable benda tu boleh buat. Team tu boleh lawan.
Kalau dia boleh, kenapa kita
Kenapa dia tak boleh?
Yes.
Why need to run bila kita jumpa Yoodo?
Yes.
Satu lagi dia ada ni.
Dia ada siapa? Fredo.
Fredo.
Kenapa penting? Kenapa penting?
Nak naikkan lagi populariti. Mas bunuh Fredo.
Yes.
Betul.
Kepada tim yang lain, okey, kalau kepada tim yang lain kena cuba elak lah daripada jumpa Unbeatable kan. Korang dengar nama Unbeatable pun korang tahu dah. Tak dapat dikalahkan. Unbeatable. So memang korang tak boleh kalahkan. So elakkan daripada berjumpa, okey?
Dynamic. So since 1 bulan ni the consistency tu nampak. Day by day they keep improving. Sebelum ni memang baru masuk roster and kita still nak kenal masing-masing. So the progress is there.
Mati paling cepat Mati paling cepat.
Yes.
Saya rasa yang ini. Walaupun dia in-game leader, tapi dia tak akan mati paling cepat. Tak tahu kenapa kan. Mungkin sebab kalau dia mati, dia nampak view lagi besar.
So dia boleh buat next strategy, next move macam mana.
Saja mati.
So dikira tactical dive lah.
Tactical dive.
Yes. Mood maker, I think Afan. Sebab bila kita orang semua macam tengah gaduh apa, dia after game, dia akan call kita orang sekali, leader. Dan dia akan cakap like we need to move this, kita biar je ni, kita reset this game. Next game kita buat balik.
Even mati awal pun next game kena continue.
The mistake is there, memang mistake biar mistake, then kita buat
Pass
balik.
is pass.
Kalau OG ada set, kita ada fight.
Set! Apa?
Okay, so saya as a student, so banyak masa saya kena bahagi dengan baik. Saya kena study betul, so then saya kena main Scrim malam-malam. So itulah cabaran saya lah.
So far sekarang ni kalau training, mostly biasanya kita orang akan ambil dalam 4 atau 5 jam. Yang itu yang betul-betul orang kata training lah. Betul proper training. So kalau yang lain tu just orang kata just play. Just play.
war in the dome, you want it, come and get it. Noble bloodline, vintage, rule with an iron fist. This is how we do business. My squad go ballistic, swords forged to steel, running towards the field. Hundreds more to deal, give them something more than real. The legacy that we bring when that last bell rings, they will remember one thing. We are the new kings, winning this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings, this is our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite. We are the new kings, winning this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings, this is our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Professional League 2020 Season 1. I'm Chichu, and that is Circle, which is brought to you by Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, as well as Lightspeed Quantum Studios. We are right now at our own house commentating. How are you, Cloud?
Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm missing the PMPL. I'm sure everyone else is feeling the same as well. Glad to be back on this game today and throughout the week as well.
How have you been? I'm like, it feels so Skypey, man.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess this is like the first time ever that we do this kind of like cast. This is just so amazing. This is what technology actually brings to us.
Yeah, at the same time, we do miss the nature for a bit. But back to PUBG Mobile Professional League, we have been away for like what, 2 weeks right now. There's also a cat butt there, but I pretend not to see him. But there you go, we all have our cats at the back. But I hope you guys miss us as much as we miss you guys. So how have it been going? Like, we do know we have been missing PUBG Mobile Professional League for 2 weeks now, but hopefully the teams can still keep up and still have their momentum going for each of the team.
Oh yeah, definitely. It will be very interesting because we did see two kinds of play styles, or I would say two kinds of teams. One during the qualifiers, which is totally online, and one in a LAN event. So now we are back to the final week in an online matchup. So will this change out how the teams actually play as well? So this will be quite interesting to see, because just it makes a difference really if you are just next to each other, where you can just like, hey, nudge at each other or kiss my toy's hand or things like that. But now you cannot, right? Everyone's remotely going to do things. So how are they going to shape up? This will be a new challenge for all the teams.
Yeah, that's quite true. And one more thing, make sure, so a little bit of PSA for you guys, make sure to be aware of COVID-19. Be sure to stay home, like both of us do. Even though we're commentating for the tournament, we're still at home, making sure we are safe. Make sure you have your hand sanitizers all the time, as well as your face mask in case you have to go out. For Malaysia right now, we're having a lockdown, so don't be out after 7 p.m. and be sure to only have one person out to buy your groceries out there. And most important thing is always keep your hygiene clean all the time. Always wear a face mask. And by the way, for the team, if I'm not mistaken, they'll be playing in their own gaming house. They'll be playing their own gaming house respectively. In case you guys kind of worried, some of you already asked me, how do they play online? And will they like watching the feed at the same time, and maybe they like sort of know what's gonna happen? But no, there will be a little bit, not a little bit, a very long delay during the tournament and the feed as well, which means the feed means the one that you guys watching on Facebook right now, or the live stream will be a little bit delayed. Around, if I'm not mistaken, it was probably 15 minutes delayed. That would be a super long delay. So the players will finish playing first, then only they can watch the stream. So in case of that, you guys have that take up and note it down there. So just leave it there. Nothing else to worry about.
Yeah, but of course, nothing that you shouldn't worry about as well, because you can leave the comment section going. Yes, please.
And we can read them now. I'm like, we can read them if you guys want us to read them. Probably we are at our own house here. Maybe drop some love to Cloud. Make sure you follow each other's social media. But back about the game, we laughed things where it was really at its peak. If I'm not mistaken, we're looking at Yoodo gang, Bapak. There's also Nat, Brotherhood, Tara, Resurgence coming up from the dead, and there's so many teams that just emerging out from nowhere. But we're gonna jump into the format in case you guys forgot about it. There'll be 3 groups here, A, B, and C, 8 teams each, and today gonna be A versus C if I'm not mistaken.
A versus C. Or was it A versus
versus B.
Yeah, it's
A
A
versus
versus
B today.
B. Sorry. Yeah, so if you don't remember the groupings, we'll show you a little bit later on. So there will be this round robin happening. So it's A versus B today and A versus C tomorrow, I believe, and then it will be B versus C the following day. And they will rotate back on the next 3 days after that. So this includes, of course, the 8 invited teams, top 12 from Malaysia qualifiers, as well as top 4 from the Singapore qualifiers as well.
And there you go, in case you guys missed the format. So we'll be having A versus B today, B versus C tomorrow, and then back to A versus C, 8 teams each. Okay, so we have 3 weeks in a row. It's supposed to be 3 weeks in a row, but we missed the 3rd week, which is going to be today, starting off for the final week here. We have A versus B today, and it's A, B for Tuesday. And if I'm not mistaken, Friday as well, Wednesday and Saturday for B and C, and there's Tuesday and Sunday for A versus C. So we have our last final week for this week, which we're going to be online. Ironically, everything started off heated up, but everything started off very cooling down for final week. Can they keep up the momentum?
Yes, can they keep up the momentum? Because this is what they need to aim for, the point system, which is winner chicken dinner with 20 points. Second place, 14 points. Third place, 10 points. Fourth place, 8 points. Fifth place, 7 points. Sixth place, 6 points. Seventh place, 5 points. Eighth place, 4 points.
And there you go. And then from the 9th place up to the 16th place, deduction of 1 point for the 9th placement, 10 will be 2 points. 11th onward up to 16th placement will get themselves only 1 point each. But these are the maps they'll be playing today: Sanhok, Erangel, Vikendi, and Miramar. No new maps so far, don't worry about that. Still the same old 4 maps here: Sanhok, Erangel, Vikendi, Miramar. We're gonna play, if I'm not mistaken, the same Scrim games, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I think so, right?
Yes, we will start off with a Scrim game first, obviously in Erangel. That's where everyone we've seen a trend of people having fun, so it's going to be interesting on how that's going to happen today. But of course, as well, this is what they aim for coming to this tournament: the total prize pool of 150,000 USD, with a total league prize pool of 99,000 USD, and the champion for PMPL MYSG 2020 will bring home 15,000 USD. And of course, this includes prizes for the weekly best team and weekly best MVP.
So we've looked at previous ones where we're gonna see the first week was U High, and the week before, do you remember what was after U High? There's Yoodo GANK for the team at first, and the second week was
it Six or Bart?
I think it was.
I know it was someone from
Six.
Bapak.
Yep, I think it was 6. But back to the battle signature. In case we're gonna make sure to remind you guys after this. But these are the battle signature for each of the map for Miramar, Erangel, Sanhok. There's also Vikendi. I do know that we have already one for Miramar for U High, but the rest of the signates, I'm really questioning. Can we hit the 300 kills mark by the end of this week?
Well, that will be a good question, and that question can only be answered by our players. But of course, just to refresh everyone as well, the team matchup today you would see on the screen right now, which is Group A and Group B, which they will face off each other. We have Traitor, we have BTR Arrow, Team Secret, Divinity Esports, Tonghua Esports, Tara, Proyecto, X Miss Rose Esports, as well as Net Brotherhood in Group A. In Group B, we do have FV Unbeatable Gaming, Bapak Esports, Impunity SG, H2O, Resurgence, the Dingoz, Access MPX, as well as Team NoRecoil.
Oh man, we miss all these teams. These are the names that we're going to be looking up for today. We'll still have one more group, which is going to be tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned with us tomorrow as well. Same time, same place, which is going to be in your own house at 3 p.m. So it's going to be Traitor. We talked about Traitor before. Traitor have not been performing well for the last 2 weeks. The last time we left them over. But Secret, on the other hand, are being catch up by a couple of teams. If I'm not mistaken, it was Yoodo GANK and Bapak Net Brotherhood as well. So chances are, can they be knocked down to 3rd place for Team Secret? Because we do know they're holding the title for now.
Yeah, there are no teams at the top there that are actually like, okay, we are getting away with it. Everyone's like starting to swap out with each other. And also we have started to see teams who weren't doing so well in week 1 start to rise up in week 2. Resurgence is actually one of them as well. And we may see week 3, what other surprises will we get? Come on guys, come on. H2O, give me a chicken dinner. Come on, guys. Divinity, chicken dinners. Traitor, chicken dinner. Come on, it's your time, guys. It's your time.
Okay, speaking of chicken dinners, we do know the only Singaporean team that had themselves one chicken dinner. The only Singaporean team that have their own chicken dinner is just Impunity Kage for now. Will they get another one for this week? We do know it's the final week. They had a bit of a rest in between, which is gonna be 2 weeks before. Have they changed their game? So that's the bigger question for me and for the rest of the audience. I think they want to know, did they improvise within 2 weeks? Is it enough time, Club?
Yeah, they should have enough time because it's a lot of reflection. As compared to when you're playing the league, you hardly have enough rest time. Do you rest or do you train or do you analyze? Do you put things in your brain during that?
Put things? What do you mean put things in the brain?
Yeah, like put information in your brain, right? Like,
hey, can you put it? I'm trying to put stuff in my brain now. I'm like, does it work? That's what has been going for you for this lockdown, huh? Put things in your brain, really?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure a lot of us have been trying to put things in our brain because
Don't do that.
we have limited movement.
Yeah, but we kind of have to wait and see. Will they bring something fresh to the table? Because we do know when you rest too much, that's what you have to actually worry about. Because will it be you falling off the wagon that you're being left behind, or will you actually climb up higher and reach way higher spot than you were back then? Because this is the week to determine whether you are making yourself to have that slot for going further or not. We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm not sure for those who actually have so much question regarding the grand finals, this Southeast Asia. We're gonna have to wait and see for that. Just pray everyone will be safe and will COVID-19 be, toned down a bit. Hopefully things are gonna get better soon.
Yeah, hopefully everything will pass by. But again, of course, PSA reminder to everyone, do hashtag stay home, and of course stay safe, stay hygienic as well, and of course maintain your social distance as well with other people. Hopefully things will pass by quickly, and of course we do hear some improvement, good news from our health ministry as well, that there are some improvements in terms of the numbers of patients and all that. So hopefully this will continue as well, and we want to flatten the curve as much as possible.
Yeah, that's quite true. But nevertheless, things have to go and keep on going. So we're gonna have to wait and see until the game started. So any thoughts about, these Scrim games? You do know we have to talk about this. The one that always get themselves a chicken dinner for the Scrim game. Usually they're gonna get the chicken for the day as well.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's kind of true, right?
Yeah, it's kind of true. But okay, there has been a trend in at least towards the end of week 2, whereby those who got the chicken dinner, chicken dinner during the Scrim game, they won't get the chicken dinner on that day, but they will get the chicken dinner the
next day. Oh, probably the same day. They're probably gonna have themselves at top 5 or 3.
Yeah, probably.
So we can say that Scrim games is quite important game as well, because it's an important game because it will give you or set up the momentum for team, right?
Yeah, no doubt today will be very important because of course today it's going to be different for all the teams. They're going to play remotely, they're not going to see each other, they can't nudge each other, so things like that. So I'm sure they're going to take this Scrim game as like, okay, how are we going to fix our coordination, especially during game? Yeah, you can fix it during practice, but it's going to be different if you're like in a game with all other players who are at that top level as well. So I think today we can expect to see something a little bit more serious, at least in terms of, okay, this is how we're going to communicate, what our signals are going to be and all that. I'm sure they would have codes as well on how to rotate, whether to rotate, whether to go in and all that. So this will be an opportunity for them to try that out.
Oh, maybe they're gonna try something new, because we do know 2 weeks is a very long break. That hopefully we're gonna see something unusual, especially the teams that are at the very bottom. We're gonna see Traitor, for example. Can they actually? We do know for the bottom 24 teams, one of them is actually Traitor. It's really not a good place if you're one of the invited teams, and getting that bottom top spot is a good spot and a good feeling to it, but getting invited and place yourself at the bottom one, we're waiting if they can actually catch up. Do you think there's still hope for them to catch up towards the point system there?
Well, mathematically, of course, if they can get all chicken dinners throughout the week, they definitely can catch up without a doubt, of course.
Oh, wow.
Well, of course, realistically, I don't think any team would get all chicken dinners throughout the whole week. But then again, if you can get a couple of here and there, plus you rank up the number of kills, then you probably can do it. And we have also seen that actually there are some teams I remember during the first week or second week, Team NoRecoil, if I remember correctly, they have not gotten any chicken dinner at some point. But then again, they managed to rank up the placements quite high just because of the number of kills that they can rank in. So because of the point system as well, it allows for people to do a comeback even though you don't get your placement points. You rank up the kills as much as possible. You don't get a chicken dinner, it's still okay. So that's probably a good hope for Traitor.
I think it's more about consistency, what we're talking about. As long as you get yourself some decent chicken dinner and decent kills number or kill volume, and making sure you always top 5 throughout the whole game, you probably have a chance to actually get yourself in the slot in the very last day. But then we talk about the players are playing online now, playing at their own comfort place with their own devices, at the same time playing with whatever they are most comfortable with. So it's most ideal environment for the players. Maybe they will turn the table around.
Yeah, I remember an interview with Divinity. One of the players did mention that it's different if you play in an offline event versus playing in an online event, because you can actually okay, at their own comfort, they have let's say they have their gaming chairs on and they can do that. Oh, they can do that 360 rotate around, just like how they would do in their Scrim match, and they have that comfort. So they probably can help them a little bit. So we'll see how they work out throughout this week, definitely.
Yeah, we can't wait and see if the players can actually do that. Man, the 360 rotation kind of makes me wonder how they're actually gonna do it during the game. But like you said, offline and online, pressure is a big difference, and it will impact a lot during the game as well. Because well, fortunately, it's a good thing for most of the players that are playing online. Like you said, when it comes to offline tournaments or more into on-site tournaments, which everybody can show themselves face to face, then you can see their facial expression is way different when they play their own comfort zone or comfort place, like for example their own bedroom or even their own gaming house. The pressure has been lifted, I say, around 50% of a difference there.
Yeah, maybe and maybe just because they are playing in their own gaming house or their own home or wherever they are, they can also have their lucky charms all around. Yeah, maybe they can. They can have their picture of their idol up there and okay, I want to be like him. He's the best PUBG mobile player ever.
You know, every PUBG mobile player thinks themselves as the best. So maybe they have a poster of their rival with scribbles on it, making stupid scribbles and doodles. I have to beat this guy, that kind of stuff.
I thought they would have their own pictures around, okay, I am the best. This is me. I'm going to top the world.
That is so you. Probably you're gonna do something like that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be you.
Yeah, don't tell people there are pictures of myself all around the house.
Okay, I think we're gonna start into the game very, very soon. There you go. We're gonna be hitting this first game, which is gonna be Erangel again, but this is the Scrim match, mind you, so don't take it too seriously for us who's watching. But those actually playing have to take it seriously. These are the feature plays. Take it away, Cloud.
Oh, we need to be reminded of Yuhai. Just check out his total damage. 21,000. Total kills 112 from this boy alone. It's almost a combination of two appies. Oh my goodness, this guy. We're just reminded of how good this guy is. Winner chicken dinner, of course, 6 and Samzy 7 each at appy. Still yet to find his chicken dinner for his team yet. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, we jump into the Scrim match, which is Erangel. And now the flight path is from the south to the north. Pachinki fight, guys. We have Team Secret today Everyone drop in Pochinki. Go get them. Go get them.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very occupied on the south of the map right now, but everybody are segregating their position and dropping points as we can see here. Team NoRecoil probably gonna drop by Fair Pier like usual. Dingoz will be taking up the south side if they want to. Apparently they do. Usually they like to drop somewhere else, but it's not a bad place either for Sanhok's military base. Bapak, like the usual, military power will be occupied by them. Traitor on the other end, always switching places of dropping points here. And they will take around Rozok, a little bit around of shooting range, but look at that circle, really favoring those in the north.
Yep, definitely. Bapak looks like they're going to their usual spot. What I see here that's unique is for BTR, they're going towards somewhere in the middle, maybe to challenge Team Secret for Pochinki. It's unusual for them because they normally go for military base. But look at this. The Dingoz have FV just right in front of them. A GG definitely knows someone is around. And he tries to take that sniping position, just tries to see out who's Scrim looks.
Yeah, Grim with that UMP, Sword CMP these days, but look at that with the VSS straight on spray on Dingo's side. Oh, FV trying to catch it up on the screen games, trying to play the mental game here. And Barman trying to scope it out with a VSS. Agigi cooking up the nade. Will it drop on Barman? It's really low. Yo! Just a little bit lopsided. Almost hit him. It will be a knock if that actually hits straight on point.
Yep, it looks like they got a little bit of an advantage there. Grim is just below the Dingoz, right at that building on the right side of the map at this moment. And Grim does know he's just there to just hear out those footsteps. But so far, no big movements happening. They're taking this Grim match quite seriously, I see that.
Oh, everybody have to have their, momentum going on because this is the first game that we have after Vegas. But Graham was waiting, but he didn't see that one coming. It was really fast reaction time for Dingoz. 9 on the other hand, with a Scar L on his hand, trying to crawl over. But it seems like they don't notice 9 position yet. Dingoz managed to wipe 3 out of 4 men from the side of FB here. Mesa tried to rush it in, but there you go. 9 minutes to get one more down. But it was Axis coming in from the other side of the map, going against Traitor. 9 minutes to get one on Nuke. There's so many teams engaging head on early throughout this game. Look at WoW going for net as well. Atai being knocked down.
Atai being knocked down. And now 9 looks like he's only alone together with Barman. Barman is not near him. At the same time, Barman looks like he's trying to take another angle. But then again, it is numbers that they do not have at this moment. Barman does know that the Dingoz is inside the house. The Dingoz sort of locked in there. But then again, looks like Mesa may come from the other side. But then again, they do not find Barman. Barman does not have any utilities on his side. But Barman looks like he's been knocked down by Mesa. And now they will finish him out. A GG. Will you do it? Nope, no pan there. So don't give him the pan kills. He was still going to save it there for later. And now 9 is just outside. A GG does have eyes on 9. He needs to make the move whenever he can. And now a GG moves in forward, tries to get a flank onto 9. Mesa has 9 right in front of him. Looks like 9 is being surrounded there. Oh my goodness. 9 is being taken out from this game.
That's FV Unbeatable, the first one to be out. We're down to Team Secret around Pochinki now against Bigetron. First time ever, I'm looking at Bigetron challenging Team Secret right inside of Pochinki. Will it be the same goes for the game that official after this?
Yep, I don't think so. I think this is just like, okay, they it's a scrim game and let's try to do something different. But we do see that here, even though it's a scrim game, teams are taking this really seriously, and we do see here, looks like Samsy has eyes onto Tone while Esports prepping out the grenade. Throw out, Apet now is down and will be sent back to the lobby by Jaeger from Impunity. Luxy on the other side, they have eyes on 7-Up. Micro Uzi, ladies and gentlemen, the weapon I miss the most.
Oh, Micro Uzi is gonna be always Micro Uzi. OPing too far, overpowered in this game, but Matt Samsy managed to land his vision on wow there. Tone Wow Esports, can they handle this one rushing it? Probably Samsy gonna rush in with a level 1 vest and gears and everything else, maxing out his boosting. Samsy with that Micro Uzi again, trying to catch a glimpse on Sam. currently just alone out there, and now there you go. Whole team well will be the third one to be out throughout this game today. 13 team left. Sam Z is still alive.
Sam Z is still alive with the micro Uzi, the best weapon so far in the tournament that we have seen. Net Brotherhood, they only have 2 team members left at this point. And now Jaeger, he has eyes on Net Brotherhood. Just now he got that 1 kill for his team. He still have a complete team there. And of course, back now to Pachinki, BTR Arrow versus Team Secret. Everyone's in a stalemate right now. We do see a Rocky right in the middle of everyone else, while Zali and Kevin, they're on the other side, just keeping eyes on if anyone crosses over. But so far, everyone's just respecting each other's territory. They are really taking the Scrim match seriously. Hydra just coming in from the right side of the screen right now, going towards the abandoned church, it seems. It's a good location there.
It's a very good location indeed, especially when you want a wider vision view there. That will be the best. And if you have snipers on you, that will be perfect. But back to Team Secret, Biu and the rest of the team trying to figure things out. That's a nice call, by the way. I really like that painting job. But that back to Biu with the AKM on U high. They want to charge right in. Will they take up the challenge against Bigetron? I do want to see, can Bigetron challenge a Team Secret right on top of Pachinki?
Yeah, that will be very interesting. But so far, it's quite a stalemate. So we don't really see like anyone really dominating. And looks like Team Secret, they are leaving Pachinki at this point. I believe they should be within the circle still. So it's going to be okay for them. Probably they're going to occupy some high ground at this moment. And just look at this. Team NoRecoil have this location all to them. They can sort of gatekeep this because it is just right at the edge of this circle. And Stewart coming in with the vehicle looks like they're just going to hang there. They're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, sometimes it's not wrong to camp, especially when you lost members. Kind of a lot of casualties of a Net Brotherhood. There's a lot of spray that's not hitting anybody. That's a lot of ways of economy for Luxy 98. We do know he's one of the best fragmenters in net side, and he's having one of the highest kill volume for this team as well. Net Brother, one of a team, is also a sister team for Tara Esports here. Lyra, Muffin, and XR, and Lynx as well. They are getting themselves a lock on the side of Impunity. We do see Rectify just visualize himself in the last minute there. And it seems like Liren kind of get the glimpse that they are one more team nearby and they can actually open up an engagement of war. But he's a little bit hesitant about this because quite a long distance there.
Yeah, it's a really long distance. Liren does have eyes on Rectify. He is all alone in that building. Both teammates are just behind him. But again, it looks like Liren tries to get the shot off the vehicle. Probably trying to puncture the tires, but does not really connect. And now Good Jelly looks like he's going towards the side of H2O. And Kaya is in the building. Are we going to see an engagement here? Good Jelly just passing by, not stopping. And the vehicles will be let go by H2O.
Oh, H2O. Can they actually let themselves one chicken? At least tell themselves, like getting themselves a top 3. I really want to see that happen one day because it's one of your favorite teams here, right, Claire? I do know you're really rooting for H2O.
Yeah, H2O. Come on, guys. You guys can get a chicken dinner today. Come on, guys.
Praying from afar, but back to the circle we go. It's kind of, I think it gotta be a Medusa intersection circle, probably between Mansion, Prison, also Farm and Milton. You saw the intersection there. Highest possibility will be the circle will be focusing itself on that last placement. But Resurgence got himself already weighted around the intersection as well as Bapak. We can see Team Secret is not budging as well. They are camping this one out. For the rest of the team, everybody are rushing up from the north. Some actually on the west, south side. And from the east, it's not that much competition at all. I think it would be a little bit quiet around Mansion and Prison, but back to Resurgence, they're taking a fight against one of the most aggressive team, Bapak.
Yeah, exactly. And Resurgence as well, they have been quite aggressive towards the later stages of the week, which worked out really well for them. And looks like Iron Pro may go head on. They do have 2 knocks there. And now Bart is in trouble being pinned down behind the stone. And now Bart is taking a lot of damage there. He is really low right now. He's taking out Joe's shoulder. The moment he does that, Iron Pro will finish it off. And now looks like Resurgence are dominating this area. They have taken over this hill.
Oh, not just that, look at their gears, all level 3 at that, only level 2 VATS, that's really lacking, and most of the team are really stocked up right now. Rose Syndicate Jojo, we're looking at quite a decent loot for most of the team. They are moving fast around Yasnaya area, but apparently they are migrating a little bit late, taking a longer route around the Yasnaya pool there. So maybe they'll be the one who be rotating the last into the circle. It's not a bad move, but will they be gatekeep in case they are going in too late?
Oh yeah, they probably would because there's a lot of land here and we do see a lot of high grounds as well. They should do like, okay, H2O is doing a good move right now. Just be in the middle, find yourselves lots of cover with the buildings, have vehicles around you in case you need to rotate. So I would say H2O is doing really well. And oh, check out that rose behind YKV. That's really cute there. Right, I wonder who's that for.
Impressed by the cosmetic. That's how we go poor ourselves when we play too much PUBG and other games you spend too much on it. But there you go, the team status for now. 4 teams already out. Net got themselves quite a number of volume of kills. Same goes for Resurgence and Dingoz are actually going at a tie for 4 kills each of the team respectively. But back to the game, 12 teams still alive, 46 members still going at it. But Jojo, where will they go? Well, it's really nearby the intersection there, but a little bit on this side of the east. Mansion is in the area, so the one that got themselves into Mansion first will get themselves the most strongest fortress to have themselves defended with.
Oh, and I also must point out that there are 2 airdrops just next to each other. So, which is like, oh, good jelly with the long shot onto Lyrian. Wow, amazing. Have eyes on the airdrop at the same time. Looks like Impunity. They are in a good position at this moment. Whoever goes and pick that up will face the wrath of good jelly sniping skills. Lyrian now is down. We need to be revived by his teammates. Looks like Muffin is on it by the same time. Net Brotherhood, Samsy as well as Luxy, they're just going to pass by and say, okay guys, we're only 2 offers. We're just going to chill and sit out of this. Rectify, they have eyes on Tara as well. They have this gatekeep really well.
Yeah, kind of a hard place to play for Tara right now, stuck in the middle of a very deserted deserted land here. Rectify making sure they are putting a strict restriction movement on the side of Tara. And apparently they cannot go out from the house. But at the same time, they need to migrate for most of the team are playing at the edge of a circle because they won't be benefiting at all if they playing there or overstate themselves too much. Oman really knocked down for the rest of the team, trying to help him out. But Bigetron tried to get a clean kill from the side cabin here. He's having a hard time relocating himself, playing at the cliff of the hill Hydra with the Scar L getting happy a little bit half. HP being tapped down here, chip a lot of his HP there, but everybody's staying in the blue, but it's a nice tapping coming out from the rest of Team Bigetron, but they have to migrate, they have to go out now, because like it or not, they are taking way too much into the blue, and now we're gonna enter to the 4th phase very soon.
Yeah, we're gonna enter there very soon. Now Hydra looks like he may want to finish this up, but of course this is still a Scrim game, but they're taking this really seriously. We do see here how BTR is trying to go for the flank onto one person who has been knocked down. They want to finish the job. They want to get that confidence booster onto their side and show dominance against other teams. Rocky looks like he's trying to find his target here, trying to find if any more team members from Axis is still around, but they have all migrated. BTR, they probably don't notice that because there was smoke there at that point when they were trying to migrate. But looks like, let's check this out. Team Secret and Resurgence, they are close with each other. Team Secret with a really small compound, but they do have a lot of vehicles parked inside, so they're gonna be okay for now. They can rotate out if they want to, but then again, it's only Resurgence that they need to keep an eye on for now.
Hopefully there won't be another team passing by, because there will be some, especially there's also Team NoRecoil come up the same direction. And Bigetron is coming up very late into the blue, but they will eventually pass. secret there. Resurgence Y2K being tapped down by UI. Just a lot of clipping of health there. With that long distance coming out from UI with M416. iShot having a mini 14. One of the best DMRs out there. And now NoRecoil arrived the spot, ready for the party. And therefore going into the vicinity now. Team Secret Yoodo is down. Team Secret going one more down. iShot is down as well. On this left is UI. It's something's coming out for Team NoRecoil marching in. They are taking this compound for themselves. And this is a disaster for Team Secret.
Oh man, Team NoRecoil, they just come in and spoil the party. Team Secret, they have eyes on other teams, but then again, suddenly Team NoRecoil just come in and spoil the party, and now Team NoRecoil, they're taking it over. Y2K being pinned down by Sinbi with just those pixel shots. Oh my god, trying to get that beaker. Also, Y2K cannot rotate out. Sinbi still, they have all the loot here. This is a gold mine for Team NoRecoil. They're in such a good position.
A gold mine or a death mine, you do know it's overstaying yourself too much in the same spot where the team just being wiped out won't be a good result for you as well. But back to Dingoz and Nat, apparently they are just at the outskirts of Mansion here. And Dingoz tried to get their visualization on Nat, turn them down. Maisel coming up from the side. There's also Divinity coming up. Just have to butt in the last minute here. Dingoz tried to cook that name. Maisel hoping to land it on straight on top of Divinity, hoping it'll be a Kobe, but not yet. Just a little bit lost side. Impunity managed to get Rose Esports on the side of Dingoz here. They are still fighting, but that was a really backlashing nade. Hitting himself, Maisel. Average, the only quarter left. Impact is down on the gets no here for Dingoz. They get one extra point. Impunity just managed to get on the recent fight on Rose the map. And oh no, there you go. One more. Ajiji tried to get this. Get a steal from Divinity. Rotating and reposition himself into another spot. Ajiji is really low. He's being knocked down. And now they will wipe him out. How can he come out from this?
Oh, and looks like Trixie as well. He's in trouble now. He's being pinned down there. No doors to protect him. Juggernaut does have eyes on the Dingoz. Space the shot, but again, Juggernaut takes a little damage on himself. Stan has eyes on the other side with the long range. Tries to get in and reposition himself. Everyone trying to reset because there's another team actually nearby. So they cannot show themselves too much. If not, a third party may come in. We have seen that time and time again, how teams actually come in third party after something else have just finished. Net Brotherhood is just on their right side, and at the same time, it looks like Kaya has been knocked down. Team member H2O, my heart goes out at the same time.
Oh, that feels so sad for most of the team. But back into Impunity and Rose for Syndicates, I thought they had it and already cooled down, but apparently they're still going for the heat squad there. Most of them trying to fight into the circle, fighting themselves way in, but they all are right now outside of it, and the blue will close in very, very soon. Another 35 seconds left. They have to budge, they have to move, they have to migrate into the safe zone, but how is the biggest question here? Because Impunity will expose themselves way too much with Rose Esports Syndicate. We do have already waiting inside of a circle is none other than Net Brotherhood, waiting and gatekeeping for the rest of the team. But Divinity isn't going! Takes a little bit late on the time reaction. And Mason, oh my goodness! That was a sneaky Juggernaut coming out from behind, wiping out the rest of Team Dingoz. And the sole survivor Juggernaut trying to hold it in and playing the position at top 10 right now.
Juggernaut did a solo third party there. That was actually a good move from Juggernaut. Now he managed to get his team onto the top 10. It is still 10 in the scrim match. This is amazing. We haven't seen such seriousness in the scrim match for quite a while. Juggernaut now hanging on to this location where he will need to see out a lot of teams if he wants to make the move. Altana links. Looks like the shots do spray onto the side of RSG. RSG now, they're just right in the bushes. Small boy looks like taking a lot of damage there. Links had to smoke. Kage picks out small boy, but Boki on the left side. Y2K as well within the smoke. Trying to find a good location, but again, Y2K two out in the open. Will be finished off. It's only Boki left on the left side, but will be finished off by someone else. Rings looks like he gets knocked down, and now the revive will come out from his teammate.
That was really, really close for Resurgence, but have to bow it down for now. It's a rematch. Don't worry, it's not the official one where they really have to worry. Manfin, on the other hand, I think the only sole survivor of Tara. Not really. They have 2 more members left behind. But Bigetron, they are stuck in the middle of Team NoRecoil and Tara right now. They show why KV being pinned down, then they will be wiped out by Net. None other than Net Brotherhood with Impunity coming up from behind too. This is really a big mess with 17, very small circle at the 5th phase.
Yep, and lots of open spaces at the same time. We do see here Vex. They do know that another team is just right in front of them. And looks like it's just everywhere right now. Everyone's in a small open space. And Lynx looks like taking lots of damage from Vex there. Spray goes out onto the smokes, but does not knock him out yet. Hydra is close by as well. At the same time, Fateh looks like he's trying to find this good location for himself right at the bushes, because there's only 2 team members, Omar and Fateh, left. And looks like we are down to top 6 here, ladies and gentlemen. Net, they are right at the ledge there. They are not in the circle at this point, and only Team NoRecoil, they are nearby the circle. Hydra as well, but Hydra seems to be all alone. Only has the terrain to help him with a couple of smokes there, but it's just really out and over. Oh my goodness, onto Hydra.
The moment you called it, Hydra being bombarded there, but none of the Team NoRecoil, who's I think with the most advantage in terms of manpower as well as playing at the edge of the circle here, gatekeeping Stewart, trying to advance it, trying to find the rest of Team Bigetron. Hydra will pop his head very soon. Kind of get the idea there's somebody crawling here, but he didn't see it. He got ambushed from behind, and there you go, Hydra. He will take it up the challenge, still not giving it up. Below you, trying to just pin him down, but Hydra is not making it easy for Team NoRecoil though. There's one more team out. We're down to the top 5 teams left.
Oh my goodness, I cringe when that movement happened. Now Good Jenny looks like he's going to go for it. Miss Rose, Esports have been eliminated from the scrim match. And now Impunity, they're out in the open. They are somewhat within the circle, but behind them, they do have Net to take care of. Good Jenny is going towards the side of Net. Samzy and Luxy as well. They do know that Good Jenny is there because of the vehicles that the sound make. And now looks like Lynx, they have eyes on the side. Impunity, the grenade goes out, really connects enough. The shot do go out as well from Lyrian, connects onto Vex. Vex now is knocked down to the game. Vex, but again, spray goes out. Lucky did not connect enough. Lyrian now trying to survive it out in the open. It's an open road there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there you go. Timmy charging in, but there will be that. And anyways, he will explode in the time soon. He has to back it himself a little bit more. Lynx, on the other hand, trying to explode that Simi managed to just make sure that he positioned himself right in front of the UAZ, not exploding too near to that. Look, you on the other hand have to cover the rest of the teammate. Insomnia's already knocked down on his knees here. Need to pop the smoke and just revive the rest of the team. We have Stewart and Insomnia's down and knocked down by the rest of the team here. We have Net Brotherhood already inside of the circle. Kage is there as well. Team NoRecoil trying to take up a challenge against just one person from Team Net Brotherhood. Samzy is making it difficult for Team NoRecoil as we speak.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's within the circle at this point. Samzy really not making it easy. He does have a buggy in here. Oh, but Leader just right in front of him. Impunity, Jaeger looks like he's knocked down. And now they're going to go for the rematch. Leader now behind the tree. Tries to go out with the spray. Can he take out Impunity? Everyone, they're trying to get the fight onto Luren. But then Luren looks like he wiped out the entire Impunity. And Luren just behind the trees. Now we're down to top 2 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Ling try to find a good angle here. 5 members alive.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what?
What?
They are killing themselves here. They are killing themselves and denying the point, even though it's just a scrim game. But there you go. We finally got ourselves a chicken in a scrims here. And it was nothing else than Team NoRecoil having a good start all around. So it was a nice scrim game overall. But there you go. Interesting match. Everybody trying to get their momentum back into the game.
Yeah, well, so true enough, like everyone taking this scrim match really seriously. We can see that, okay, no one's really letting go each other. Everyone's just going at it, except for the part where, well, BTR tried to challenge Team Secret for Pachinki, but actually that's a good move. I would like to see that in an actual game where they really go ahead towards Team Secret, and okay, we're gonna show that Pachinki is not yours only. It's going to be everyone's going to have a fair chance. So I hope to see that in the later stages. But great play really from Team NoRecoil, coming in and charging towards Team Secret when they thought that, oh, I have eyes on Y2K. But then again, it's not even the third party because the kills have not come in yet from Team Secret. They have not taken over anything. It's just Team NoRecoil just barging in and say, hi guys, we're around. Hello, don't get us. Oh,
yeah,
man.
maybe they are trying to save their best strategy for the official game, but this is a really good momentum game for Team NoRecoil. Well, like we said before, the Scrim games really matter for most of the team because we do know. Sorry for that. We do know they will give a lot of psychological war for most of the teams, and there's also so many, I say, momentum giving up, pushing themselves to get into the official match later on.
Yeah, definitely. It gives them that confidence, especially after that couple of weeks long break that they have. They really need to get that sync back. Okay, how are we going to coordinate? And they're definitely taking this very seriously, as we can see. Are their shots still connecting? I know they've been playing lots of Scrim games in between, but then again, Scrim games versus today's game, today is the real deal. So this will definitely start their engine. So we do hope to see a lot of good performances later, as how we could see earlier just now. Lots of confidence play as well. Team NoRecoil going in. We do see Impunity taking those long shots from Jaeger as well. So I think they're doing really well at their own locations, and they really have been practicing this couple of weeks.
That's quite true. We can see most of the teams that actually having their performance are really on point today. So maybe we're going to see something else in the official match later on, because we do see some couple of teams here. For example, Team Secret have been really passive in the last game. You don't see a lot of action coming up from that team, and we're looking a lot of eyes are having themselves on Team Secret right now because they are the #1 as we speak. But we still have a couple of teams that still haven't showed down, which is Group T, which is going to be tomorrow. We're going to have to wait and see until then. But then back about the game. Yep, that was a really interesting. We haven't seen Scrim match like that serious ever. The first time we've seen Scrim match, like it was the first week or first day, and it was the first Scrim match. That's how people playing like that today. It feels like that today.
Yeah, it feels like that. It doesn't feel like a Scrim match. They don't go and do like those pan kills or those like, okay, let's sit on the same buggy together and those sort of fun stuff. Like today, it's like today's business.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody trying to show off their fans and show alpha there. But in case, I know I've read a little bit of the chat there, in case you guys are really worried about sniping, stream snipes, it won't be any stream snipe because it really is a very delayed feed or a stream for you guys. It will be 15 minutes or more delayed. So the players are really playing in a very fair schedule and fair game. Don't worry too much about that because we have already worked it out for you.
Yeah, correct. Generally, most online tournaments will have the same delay rule as well. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. But do keep those comments coming in. We do appreciate them. As Chuchu mentioned, we do take a peek at them at some point and we may read them from time to time. So yeah, but of course, coming into the next game later. Okay, so teams I do hope to see, again, page 2 teams. You guys know, in case you need that refresh, I'm the page 2 guy. Page 2 teams, I hope to see them do well today. We have tons of them. They are waiting to come up to page 1. Teams like H2O, teams like Impunity that just got their first chicken dinner in the second week. But then again, hope to get more as well. Divinity, these are some of the teams. Traitor as well. Hopefully you guys can do the business this week. This is the last week. This is the week. If you want to get to the top 16, this is where you guys need to push on. So come on, guys, push it on to top 16.
It's not just about pushing, it's ranking. Really have to rank that ship to make sure you got yourself the top place, because we do know the top 5 teams especially having themselves a really small gap in between. So only certain teams, 16 teams, that get themselves in a slot for grand finals later on, and the rest of the team, 8 more teams, will have to say goodbye for now. So can they make it up for the page 2 teams? They are showing up a lot of a potential today. And the last time we casted, which is going to be like 2 weeks ago, they got themselves a really good momentum going up from that point. But can they keep up for the final week, which has been half a month delayed than it is supposed to be? So we're gonna have to wait and see for the teams, are they ready to get into the official match. But again, PSA reminders for you guys, making sure that you guys stay at home and watch us in your own comfortable house or bedroom or wherever you are right now. Just watch it live on YouTube, Facebook gaming. And this is brought to you by Tension Games Party Corporation as well as Quantum Studios. And make sure that you always sanitize your hand, make sure you wear your mask, and make sure that you always be safe inside of your home. Don't go out. It's really, really risking your own health and your own safety if you go out there. Especially Malaysian, we are currently on lockdown. Don't go out after 7 p.m. All right?
Yes, don't go out after 7 p.m. Get your essentials early. Get them quick. Only send one representative as well. So stay safe, everyone. Definitely. Just as safe as our players, as well as our production and the casters as well. Like, we are in the comfort of
I
our
do
own
miss
home.
the observers camp though.
Oh yeah, the observer cam. Well, we'll see. Hopefully we get something.
Do we get observers camp this? I don't think so. It's gonna be a hustle. It's so hard to pull it off if it's online.
Yeah, that's true. So everyone will only get to see us for now at least. But then again, who knows? Tons of surprises may come out in following weeks as well. You never know.
Maybe after this, hopefully COVID-19 will be settled down very fast within like probably another few weeks, or just within this month, hopefully, because we do know that for Malaysian we have fasting month, so everybody kind of miss fasting month. If we cannot go out, it will be a lot of markets and bazaars we're gonna miss. That's a bummer. But there you go, we're gonna have to wait and see for the first official match. We're gonna be after the break. So Cloud, any last words?
Well, come on, page 2 people, week 3, this is your moment.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the break very soon. See you guys in a bit, and it will be first official match for PMPL. See you guys.
And we will get to the break. Here we go.
Hi guys, I'm Yoodo. Hi guys. Hi guys, I'm Yoodo, and outside of PUBG, my friends call me JJ, and I'm playing for Team Secret. I'm the captain of the team. It actually came from a Chinese word, and it has similar pronunciation. In Chinese, it's called PU. It's exactly the same, sounds exactly the same, and it means blessing in Chinese, and also it can also mean a shooting sound, but like a cute shooting sound effect. Yeah. I would say that I'm a very patient person. I don't really rage and or get affected, get mood swing or anything like that because of the game. Because I don't really like give commands to the team, like oh, I think that I'm the captain, you should listen to me, something like that. It's more of like mutual respect, like we are equal. So I don't really like use the power or authority over them. So I've been playing PUBG Mobile since April 2019. I think it was season 3 that time when I first started playing. It's been a long journey, and to you guys out there who's watching this, who still support Team Secret, who still support me, thank you for unconditional support, and thank you for sticking around. And I believe that this year will be the year for Team Secret to shine. Yeah.
So for me, I think Bill is a very calm and cool-headed person. He knows how to assess the situation very, very well. He look at what happens and what's going on in game and even outside the game. He talks to people. He explains what's going on, how to do this, and he teaches us how to fix it, maybe. And he's very, very good at using his words. So I guess that's one of his strengths. Because for me, I think everyone has a different role in the game. It's too random to say like, or how does Bill coordinate with everyone else and so on. Because every situation is different. So for me, I think Bill he fixes everything in a very calm manner. He do it step by step, and he just does what he does. So to me, Bill is very, 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 very valuable to me. I mean, to the team and everyone else. So he helps. I think he helps everyone in the team to communicate better, to get messages across to other people or maybe to each other.
So I would say like working with Bill is really easy actually, because he is really calm person and really reasonable. So everything is working out through reason and stuff. So basically when working with him, he really knows when to say and what to say. Bill personality wise, we say Bill is really calm and talkable person. So he's really reasonable in everything, and he's mature, so his personality made the thing go much more easier than how it used to be, and it helped to handle things quite much easier than how it looked. I would say Bill is the main core of the team, since he is like the captain and also the person who controls the ongoing of the system of the team. So without him, it's hard to imagine also.
So for Bill, he's the one that actually kind of make the whole team run, because some of them, they have their own things that they need to do, like the streaming and also their personal life. So Bill is the one that always remind them that this is our career, this is our year, we can do something about it. And he's the one that always lifting up the spirit, especially for this boy, because he's kind of young, he's kind of childish. So sometimes the childishness kind of take over, and Bill kind of becomes the father for this guy, because Bill is the closest to him compared to the other two players. And every time he gets scolded, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that he gets scolded a lot by Toy. So Bill is the one that kind of step up and try to help him out to be a better player, because this guy have huge potential and everybody in the team kind of know about it. So Bill is the one that's trying to bring that out and put the maturity in him. Yeah.
Alright, there's no Bill in the team. I think the big thing that happened is we kind of lose our identity because Bill always been in Team Secret. He's like the person to go to. When people say Team Secret, the name that comes to mind is actually Bill. But that's only for outsiders. But inside the game, people might see that, oh, Bill is dying, oh, Bill is doing this, Bill is doing that. People like kind of point out his mistake a lot. But what's happening inside the team, only the teammates and everybody that's playing in the game can understand. And one of it is how he holds the team together. Because inside the game, Mato is the in-game leader. And how he used to be the in-game leader, he let go of that role and give it to Matoy. Sometimes people tend to have that trait, oh, I used to be in-game leader, I still need to be in-game leader. But that guy, he completely let it go, give 100% control to Matoy and try to be a good listener. It's very hard to be a good listener, but View is a great one.
Welcome back online, ladies and gentlemen. You are of course watching the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia Singapore 2020, brought to you by PUBG Corporation, Tencent Games, as well as Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. Of course, all of you are watching this live on Facebook Gaming. All right, so we are now back with the actual match. This is where everything starts to go yummy.
Yummy is that the word we're going to today? But yeah, I'm kind of curious. You know, I'm going to answer. I have no clue.
Yeah, I have no clue as well. So we're
gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see. Okay.
We have to wait and see.
What are predictions? Okay, I read so many comments right now. It's just on the right side of me, and I can see certain people are requesting. We really want to see Sir Cloud's hair.
Yeah, yeah. I did see that comment as well from Alicia Masini. Yes, there's a request there.
Yeah.
I can assure you there's nothing much to see, but then again, well, stick around, you never know. But what I can tell you is that if I do that, people can't differentiate which feed is this. Like, is this the BM feed or the English feed?
Hey, that's offended for me. I'm so offended by now because there's two things you have to mention about BM feed. Okay, there's one, the shiny guy. There's one more is a contrast to it, and my contrast today, maybe sort of, but yeah, in case you guys do want to watch the BM feed, there's a pinned comment down below. You can watch for our colleague there, which is Janda and on the go, who is doing the commentating for the Bahasa Melayu side, but on this side it will be Choo Choo and as well as Sir Cloud. I don't know which side is this. Yeah. And I do notice that some of the players and some of the viewers actually told us in the comment section that why are they suiciding for Tara Esports there in the last moment of chicken dinner moment there, because they said it kind of a jinx or taboo. If you get a chicken dinner in the Scrim game, you won't get it in the official match.
Yeah, well, frankly, we have seen that as well. Yeah, those who got the chicken dinner in the Scrim match, they don't get a chicken dinner on that day. But if you've been following, you might see a trend that, okay, maybe the chicken dinner will come the next day. We see
Is that really?
Unity.
Is that a promise to that segment? Is that, can you say for definitely they will get themselves a chicken dinner if they actually got themselves a chicken dinner in the Scrim?
Well, of course, if you got a chicken dinner in the Scrim, then the next day you stay in the first blue zone and kill yourself. Don't expect to get anything out of that. But then again, well, there's been a little bit of a trend there. We'll see if that trend continues. And that trend is towards the second week, I believe, if I remember correctly, with Impunity, RSG as a resurgence as well, rising up from the ashes from week 1 to week 2, getting the best team at the same time. They're doing the business, I can say. Now it's of course on to week 3. Are they going to repeat this again?
Okay, bigger question is, okay, I did notice that when we talk about pattern, the first week of the Scrim games, the one who got themselves a chicken dinner won't get themselves any chicken dinner for that week or that day at all, or even the next day. But starting off from second week onwards, those who get themselves a chicken dinner in the Scrim games will finally get themselves a very good momentum throughout the whole day and got themselves top 5 at least, and then eventually get themselves one chicken dinner tomorrow. Week 3 will the one get themselves at the Scrim game today will land themselves a chicken dinner by the same day.
Okay, I do remember. Let's recall the first day ever. FV Unbeatable. They got the Scrim game chicken dinner and they got the chicken dinner towards the end of the day, which is still within the same day. So
you can see the pattern here.
Week 3?
Yeah, there you go. Maybe. But the thing is, we're looking at Group A versus Group B today. We do know whenever there's Group A, it means the game will be super aggressive, and especially when there's Group C too. But Group B, we have Bapak on that side, one of the most aggressive team that we have throughout this whole tournament. Good question. Who can beat Yuhai in terms of total score in kills?
Yeah, definitely. This boy, if you unleash him, he will do whatever he does best, which is getting those kills on. So, well, we've seen moments where, especially week 1, he was kind of leash, I would say. But week 2, we've seen moments like, okay, just go and do your thing. I remember this map in Miramar where he can just like be on himself all alone in the middle of the road at the same time trying out 2-3 people. I'm like, dude, your teammates are way back. If anything happens to you, you're gone. But he managed to do the business. So it's a matter of, okay, when do we unleash Yuhai? When do we ask him, okay, calm down, keep your pants to yourself, and pan to yourself. I mean, so yeah, we'll see in this week what will happen. How will Yuhai be utilized? And I do understand that for the second half of last week, there are some games where actually Yuhai became the in-game leader. So that's where they started to play a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, so I was informed in the last year we still have the venue to chat with the players. So that was actually what happened. So they're kind of switching around the strategy. So week 3, who may it be? Will it be iShots? We don't know yet.
Probably. But back about getting kills there, I want to point it out. We have Indonesian PUBG Mobile Professional League already finished. They finished it off with the most kill is Bigetron Ryzen with 145 kills. Now, note that we do know Yuhai is already over 100 kills. Can he actually manage to get more kills than that?
Oh my goodness, it's the last week. Well, if I do an average math to get 300 kills to get that battle signet, and that's even by map, it feels like a really tall order. But well, now they have a different setting at the comfort of their gaming houses. It could probably switch up a little bit, so it will be interesting to see if they do get that different sort of momentum as well. We have not actually seen Team Secret in an online match in the PMPL because they were direct invites obviously, and we didn't get to see them in the online qualifiers. Just a little bit recap from the online qualifiers when they played fully online. Resurgence dominated this, so now we're back to online format again. Well, Resurgence, a lot of hope for you guys.
That's kind of true. Some teams are performing way better than other teams, especially when they have online tournaments, because the offline tournaments pressure is really a different impact for some of the teams. But then we're talking about most teams are having the most comfortable at their own place, like for example where they train. We do know most of the teams are having themselves a gaming house. So the first game, okay, just gonna drop prediction. Do drop your predictions in the comment section below as well. Who do you think will get themselves the first chicken dinner of the day, and will they be getting more than one chicken dinner in a day? That's I really want to know, because we haven't seen a lot of teams having themselves the same chicken dinner in a day. We had that couple of teams before, but I do want to see a different team getting themselves a double chicken dinner in a day.
We've seen BTR get a double chicken dinner in back-to-back even, and we have got Last Survivor got that as well. So yep, here we go. But we have not seen a 3 in a row yet. The 2, then the third game, it was the first 2 to get eliminated, something like that. It was a really early elimination. So, well, but of course you'll be happy with the 2 chicken dinners, definitely. We'll definitely get to see throughout this week as well. There's only 6 days left before we go to the grand finals on whether we get to see maybe that triple chicken dinner in a row. Well, we'll get to know soon. But of course, I must point out as well that thanks a lot to the players for putting up a nice show in terms of putting out their cosmetics. I remember YKV from H2O with that rose behind. I was like, oh wow, I wonder how good to use that to actually hit someone in a real scenario. But then again, well, it's just the cosmetics that are really like, oh wow, amazing stuff there.
Take my money.
yeah, take my money. Take my money. Yeah.
Oh, that's the beauty of some of these games. You can just cosmetic and modify yourself for your appearance, but only appearance. Skill is something that you should have yourself onto, but sometimes it's okay to be a loser. It's okay to be a noob as long as your cosmetics is a pro.
Yeah, you don't want to
But-
check my account, right?
Yeah, but there we go. We got a cue that we're gonna get into the game very soon. Let's jump into the first game for today.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are into the first actual match for today for week 3, the resume of the tournament. This is of course Miramar and the featured players Matoy, Bart, Hydra and Stewart. 9k, everyone on the board is really close in terms of total damage, not too far apart in terms of kills as well. But Chicken Dinner, of course, leading the board is Team Secret as well as Bapak. So these teams definitely will want to go head to head with each other. They are placed first and second in the overall standing, so lots of rivalry gonna happen there. And of course, the flight path from the right side of the map to the top side of this map. Who will go where? We will find out. Will they switch up their strategies as compared to the first 2 weeks? We will see in this game.
Yeah, some of the team will drop at the same place they were and used to be before, but low Cabrera, I don't think any team gonna drop by. I do hear a couple of gunshots already into the game there. Quite early engagement. It's kind of a rare. Impulse will be occupied by Traitor as well as Dingoz. Dingoz usually like to occupy Chumasera in the first week, but apparently they changed their spot now. The Unbeatable gonna drop by Alazar like the usual spot. Bapak will occupy Los Leones and dominating that. Bigetron will drop around Picado. Apparently, Team NoRecoil maybe around Monte Nuevo, while we have Impunity around Lake Cabrera, or maybe around the trailer park later on. Bapak are around Los Leones. They are not contested, but Divinity and Dingoz are sharing the same compound here. We're talking about really close towards each other.
I see a little bit of water on the circle, especially when it comes to this map. I'm happy.
You just cannot let it go, do you?
No, I can't. Just the same as these two teams, Divinity and also Dingoz, they can't let go of this location. Both of them, they want this part of the map, but both of them still respecting each other at this point. And Maisel with the afro looking really cool there. GG and his teammates just looting it all around. Not going to see much big engagement here at this point. It's still very early in the game, and of course it is the first official match, so pretty sure that all the teams are going to play it fairly safely at this point because they want to relearn like what have other teams have been doing. And now Miss Rose Esports together with Tara and Impunity, they are in the same compound. Impunity looks like they have one side to their own. Miss Rose Esports a little bit sandwiched there between themselves, as well as Lyrian on the other side having eyes on Miss Rose Esports, but not sure where are the rest of teammates. There you go, just behind him as well. So Miss Rose Esports is the sandwich in between.
Yeah, but you can take up this sandwich moment into advantage if you know how to cope with the fight here and get yourself a free kill. Nuke on the other hand with a micro in his hand managed to knock a couple of members from Divinity. And how do you want to approach this? Because they are really quite far ahead for Crucifer from the rest of the team. He will try to get himself into the compound. Impact is right on the right side of that compound as well. And he needs to get himself inside of the building because apparently he cannot do much from this distance, or they will just abandon the rest of the teammate who are waiting for them. Dingoz there beside Trixie and just gonna finish it off with a clean kill. 2 points freely on the side of Dingoz straight off the bat when the game started in, not even reaching 1 minute yet.
Yeah, not even reaching 1 minute, and 2 team members from Divinity comes the first to go out of this round. And now we do see Impact here. Looks like they have Traitor around the corner as well. Traitor may do the third party if they want to, but then again, looks like Dingoz definitely have eyes on the side of Divinity. They're trying to flush out or trying to see who else is around, but looks like they're just going up and down at this moment. Can't find where the team members of Divinity are because they have relocated themselves onto the edge of this town. But Traitor just across them. We do see here Olaf having that compound for himself, and Impact looks like he will get a vehicle and he may make a move for it because it is still the top 16. You don't want to drop out of this at this point because it only means 1 point for you, and not like Divinity have gotten any kills at this point. Dingoz got the first couple of kills, so that's 2 on the board, and Divinity looks like they will roll out and change to another location.
They were forced to. They lost a couple of members, a lot of casualty on their side. They're right off the bat from into the game. It's not a good start for Divinity. Rose Esport, on the other hand, are still sandwiched between Impunity, Kage, and Tara Esports here. Impunity quite far ahead from them, but slowly advancing themselves into the side of Rose Esports, Syndicate, also Tara there. I don't think they will actually want to take the challenge, but Mafia kind of sniffed out the positions from Tara's side here. Maybe waiting for the victim of his Scar L to be exposing themselves way too early. Hopefully, Rose Esports Syndicates are playing very cautious regarding this because I don't think they have any idea to actually exit out from this vicinity. They want to take up a challenge, but there you go. Mapping already cooking up the nade, throwing it in, hoping to hit anybody on the side of Rose Syndicate.
Yep, and looks like the grenade goes out, and that signals to Miss Rose Esports that, okay, there's Tara on the other side, and now they are being pinned down. Sometimes the grenade is not really wanting to hit anyone, but it's just a warning grenade, just like, okay, you stay in your house so we can loot the entire area. So what we can see here looks like Tara, just look at what they just did. They managed to pin down Miss Rose Esports in the house, and now Tara can make that rotation safely without being spotted out, without being pinned down, without being gunned down and vehicles exploded and all that. So that's actually a really good move, I'd say. Just throwing out that grenade, not meaning to hit anyone, but just like, okay, now we can move around freely.
It's like a dot nade, you know, that we had that in games, or like it's not exploding, it's just a dot where it was a bait nade, but not even exploding. But this one is actually a good baiting nade as well, making sure that they have to expose themselves before to be out from their hiding spot. But back to the circle we go, and it's really centralizing around Junkyard here. The one actually in the center of it is Resurgence. Here we have Team Secret fleeing themselves straight smack in the middle of a circle, making sure they won't be late in terms of rotation. But there's so many teams outside of circle here. Impunity, there's Rose Esports, Syndicate, WoW, Tone WoW Esports, Team NoRecoil, Bapak, and even Bigetron managed to get himself a little bit last minute around Picardo. Will they gatekeeping this? Because apparently Bapak will have to go down from the south side to his La Bandita if he wants to go. I have to go through so many teams on the south side then, because west side is also occupied. Well, apparently Traitor is really having a good time because they won't be contested except for Divinity, who only happens to have 2 people left in the team.
Yep, at the same time, Impunity needs to get through Miss Rose Esports. They're still in La Cabrera, but looks like Impunity, they're taking another different route, which may come up and which they may see Tone WoW Esports, depending. Tone WoW Esports, which route do they take? Team NoRecoil on the other hand as well. Looks like the teams on the left side of the map, they are starting to converge with each other. Tara, they have a location where they can gatekeep there. Do they want to do that in such an open area as well? Not too sure about that. There's a couple of high grounds there, but that also depends how confident you are in holding on to the high ground. Now, we have seen teams like Team Secret. Yes, they are very good with the high ground, but the circle is not kind to them in previous matches. So what happens is that when you want to try to get down from the high ground, you are surrounded by all other teams. It's almost impossible to get down, and hence you are pinned down on that high ground. Not going to look good for you. So it's actually a 50-50 gamble that you need to take here. Team NoRecoil, they may take an empty road into the circle, but now the circle definitely will pressure all those teams to come in. Oh, there you go. No water. I'm not happy.
Well, I'm really happy about the circle. Sorry for you. then, but then where you go is where the circle will be at. Chris Deville is really centralizing on that circle. Resurgence will have to fight against Bigetron. We're looking Bapak will have to be faced around Dingoz, and Impunity still going at it with Tara behind their tails here. Impunity making sure that they migrate into the zone very fast. AWM with a full slotted and full equipment here, level 3 gears, even an 8x scope with that. Except for a cheek pad. I do miss a cheek pad there.
Oh yeah, but well, who needs AWM? Come on, Micro Uzi for the win. Micro Uzi, you can do those like 400 meter Micro Uzi shots. It's fine. Yeah, who needs an AWM at this point? Looks like Impunity, they do spot out someone there, but they need to make that rotation because there's only about 30 seconds before the circle closes in. They do have a vehicle with them. We do see here Good and Jelly together with Rectify in the same vehicle, but Tonewell Esports, they are nearby. Will they make the preemptive shot? Oh, Arpad right now. But then again, the vehicle managed to get away from them, but it looks like Arpad is taking a couple of hits there, and Rectify comes down. Will they go for the pursuit here?
Oh, Arpad, he's really low now. Biu on the other hand, trying to spray it out, playing with this terrain here. The thing about Miramar, you really have to understand the terrain. That's the advantage you can work with here. Trying to cook the nade for Biu, showing it in. Will he hit two members of Traitor a little bit too late for that toss? He's trying to nade it one more time, trying to cook it, but Biu is really not in the good spot right now. He needs to budge, but he's apparently trying to give more pressure on the Traitor side, throwing one more nade, making sure he's giving them off a pressure that they won't be advancing anytime soon. Biu is a really nasty guy here, trying to make it hard for everybody else to advance, delay the movement for Traitor side, and go back to the rest of the team, making sure they have more time to buy, more time to replace themselves in a better position next.
Right, and now we do see a Traitor. Looks like they are still pinned down in that one small hut as well, and around it. But at the same time, H2O is just next to the Asta here, trying to find a good location. Does not have a vehicle anymore, have been exploded. But then again, they need to keep an eye on H2O. Shots goes out onto H2O. Kaya now being pinned down. Kaya needs to get back into the house, but looks like it's not going to look good for H2O because from all angles they have eyes on H2O. Kagura here pops out the first aid kit. Oh my goodness! Eye shots with the grenade on the Kagura, and now Kaya looks like he will need to defend this area. Yuhai may go in there, finish them off. YKB looks like he's been knocked out by eye shots at the same time. Yuhai will finish the job, and on the other side, Art and Kaya will need to survive this. Kaya will need to get out of here. Will the vehicle explode? Oh my goodness! The vehicle exploded onto Kaya, and now Arts is all alone. Hashtag forever alone.
Realize Yuhai, realize that Kraken, he is a monster with a panic. It's really nasty. And look at that. With a total chicken in 812 kills. We're talking about overpowering, really miracle kid here. Arts on the other hand, trying to get himself out. There's no way out. He will be down, but he needs to knock my toy first, because that's what he does. And that was a really good nade by UI, and really good spray, getting 2 people killed at a time from UI himself. The miracle kid, what did he have for breakfast?
Well, yeah, this kid is just consistent all around, and H2O becomes the first team to go out here. Can you feel the sadness in my voice right now? Like, I'm just so sad. Like, well, at least Arts, he got that knockdown on Mata. It's like, yay, that's sort of like a half consolation for myself. Like, I can screenshot this after this.
I'm a warrior. I'll still fight for my death until death do a spot or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, just too sad for them.
Yeah, that's quite true. But back to Bapak here, we do know they are very aggressive. Sadness is not an option for this game, sorry, Cloud. But they have to keep it going. H2O will be the first one to be out just now. I have to say, that's pretty depressing. It's beyond sad. And the rest of the team still have 15 teams to go. Traitor smack in the middle there. While we have Bapak, Divinity Crucifer is coming up very late. He's the only sole survivor for the team. Rose Esports, Syndicate, and Tara will have to bomb each other very soon. But on the west side of the map is really heavily occupied with so many teams there. Probably up to 6 teams that are actually bantering themselves to make sure they got themselves in a safe zone.
Oh man, it's just as colorful as Choo Choo's RGB lights at this moment. Everyone's just coming towards each other. And on the northern side as well, we do see a Tara and Miss Rose. They may bump into each other, but look at this. Tone, while Esports have eyes on Impunity on the left side. On the right side, they do have Team NoRecoil. Oh man, this is just not going to look so good for Tone Wow Esports because they need to get as close as possible into the circle. Tone Wow Esports just using the terrain to their advantage. And look at this, BTR is on the other side. We do remember how good BTR is at flushing people out of compound. So if they go on to Team NoRecoil, I'll be a little bit worried there. But of course, all of them are still within the circle, so they are fine. But the pressure is on Tone Wow Esports because the circle will close at any point. So Impunity, they are somewhat in the circle. They have vehicles, they have terrain, so they are pretty fine right now. But on their left side, Axis MPX is close by. Everyone's just keeping an eye onto each other until the next circle.
Yeah, speaking of Axis MPX, they have changed their playstyle exponentially from week 1 to week 3. So we will be looking, are they keeping it up momentum for the last week, second week there? I do hope they do because this is the style that they're playing right now. They're playing super safe and until needed, they'll take up the fight. But look at that!
Oh my God.
Circle is a really punishing most of the players there. It won't be Al-Azhar. It will be really on the west side of the map that nobody looking at that and nobody expected that at all. Resurgence really are not happy with this circle, but they are trying to fight themselves towards Net Brotherhood. They are both teams are not actually quite in the safe zone here. They have to fight themselves, venturing out. Net have to just cross path with one of the best teams. Both teams are the best right now. Resurgence versus Net Brotherhood.
Oh, Resurgence now. Small Boy has eyes onto Net Brotherhood. But irregardless, you have eyes. You still need to make your way into the circle. We do see here the rest of team members of Resurgence. They are on the other side of the compound. Small Boy has a vehicle with him. He can make a move for it whenever he wants to. But at the same time, we do see it looks like the kill goes out. Vex and the Traitor as well. Happy looks like shots onto Jaeger. Jaeger has been knocked down by Insomnus. Oh, on the other side. It looks like they're kill stealing each other at this point because they're really close at this moment. And now Appy looks like he's been knocked down from afar by Good Jelly, getting the revenge onto his teammate. Aikuda tries to pop up the smoke and we'll go for the revive. Now Jake looks like he's been knocked down by Rectify at the same time. Aikuda needs to make it quickly because Vex and teammates, they are closing in on the side of Axis MPX just behind them. On the right side right now, Jake will be moving off. But again, the rest of team members, where are they? They cannot find where are the rest of Axis MPX. Vex, Good Jelly trying to find their target, but looks like they have eyes on the Aikuda right now. Bandage will go out onto Good Jelly. He doesn't have anything else besides his bandages. And now Vex on the other side have eyes all onto Axis MPX. The Molotov will go out here. Rectify tries to go for the flank, but then again retreats. Looks like they just want to play by the edge of the circle. Be really safe at this point.
There's so many teams, multiple angles, war at that, and just now we're looking at Team NoRecoil already gatekeeping there, and now Net Brotherhood have to fight one of the best aggressive teams. Bapak Jenny is playing against the Terrania, and apparently they have one knocked down for 6. They lost couple of one member on the side of Bapak. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Bart who's not in the game anymore. We have Resurgence. Net Brother is really in predicament right now. They are sandwiched between two teams that have really good firing power and massive one, but Voki is really being punished the moment he tossed that nade. He's trying to toss another for Lottie 98 that will be knocked down very soon. There you go. The nade hit right on top of it. Dingoz is going at it for FB. Resurgence on the other hand. Small Ball trying to toss another nade. There's so many rain of nades coming out from Bapak and also Net Brother in the middle. They are really sandwiched so bad. Stuck and not even to budge right now. I have no clue how they want to come up from this pit.
Oh, and now Net looks like they're in trouble now. Bapak, they're going for the siege onto the side of Net. Samsina's in trouble. Outside will be a finish off and Sam's is all alone. What can you do? Can you pull the clutch here? It's 1 against 2. The smoke that's helpful to survive. The ball has been knocked down. Samsy is still in the first, but again there's one more for the takeout. And Samsy managed to take out Tracy, and then Jenny will go in to try to finish it off. Jenny managed to take the knockdown, but no KOs there. And Jenny will go for the revive for his teammates. No points for the side of Nat.
Oh, but wait for it. Resurgence is coming up very, very soon. We do know they are really cornered in the small hut there. April is trying to play with the smoke, but Resurgence arrived. They don't want everybody out. This is a disaster for both of the teams inside of that hut. There you go. I am trying to flush the map, and there's no way they come around this one out. And there you go. 2 teams are being wiped by Resurgence in their hands. Bapak and Matt both are facing into a box now, waiting back in the lobby, and neither of these teams are really happy with the outcome of this show.
Oh man, plus they need to put a taunt there as well. But what a great third party coming in by Resurgence, and now Team Secret, FV, as well as the Dingoz, they are nearby with each other, but none of them are in the circle. The circle is closing in, and now this circle will definitely bring a lot of impact towards their life. We do see here the Dingoz, they need to make a rotation, but again, Team Secret, they are close by, and Impunity as well, they may join the party. Team Secret, Yuhai is fronting the lines now. Nux and also Mesa, looks like they will go to the side. Oh, but shots being taken out, Nux being locked down, and a GG on the other side. But now all the kills are coming in. Now Nux has been knocked down, taken out by FV, Barman, and a GG have eyes on the rest of the team. But then again, on this top side, there's FV, but at the same time, Biu. Looks like the shots do go out onto the side of FP now. Has been knocked down, and now it's not looking good for the side of Axis MPX. Team Secret still holding on this open position outside of the circle.
Oh, Team Secret holding their fortress as much as they can. That was a nice play just now, but then will be now with tossing of the nades. UI is really knocked down. He needs the firing power from a team. But Biu on the other hand got punished the moment he just showed himself way out in the open. Eye shots at Martoy trying to reposition themselves to get a longer rotation to make sure they get UI back on his feet now. And Bigetron trying to give more pressure on Team Secret. We have Impunity coming up from the sides here as well. There's also coming up from behind of Team Secret. There's one more team right in front of it. There's so many teams surrounding Team Secret who try to advance themselves in the circle, which has been denied entirely by Bigetron at that point. And look at that, Resurgence managed to get, wow, Resurgence getting Impunity. At the same time, Biu trying to make sure that he will heal himself. One more bullet will just shred through that vest of his. The Resurgence is gatekeeping this so hard at the side of Bigetron right behind them.
Oh, Resurgence, Voki, you are just evil here. You have Tonewao Esports pinned down behind the tree, and now they can't get away from it. They only have the smoke, but then again, by that time they make a move, the smoke will end, and they are outside the circle. Resurgence in prime position at this point. They have terrain, they have circle, their side, they have a vehicle, they have everything else, and now they have eyes as well on the rest of their opponents. And now Voki just from the top side here, just keeping eyes on the other side where Biu is at the same time, Tonewao Esports still being pinned down behind the smoke. They need to make a move for it because in about 10 more seconds the circle will close in onto them. Biu has eyes on the Iron Pro. They takes a shot onto Jojo instead. And now Jojo taking a couple of damages there, but nothing big. No big impact here. Biu, no vest. Helmet is low at the same time. But oh, Iron Pro looks like he's been knocked down by Biu. And the taps goes out. But the wrong shot there by Volke.
My goodness me, that was straight on headshot finish of Biu straight away. And that's Team Secret on 5th placement. We're down to top 4 teams while Esports still surviving, as well as Bigetron, Resurgence, and also Rose Esports, Syndicate. Oh my god, that name cooking it up. They try to get the other side of Resurgence. Jojo on this side with the Scar L trying to keep tabs on them, but it's so hard with